As you can see, here's the evaporators. All that stuff on both of them. Everything not too bad. So in this walk-in freezer, as you can see, you know, both evaporators are iced up. Set the time in a defrost. The defrost light is on. The heater contactor is not pulling in, and the compressor contactor is. So checking at the defrost clock. Want to check to see if the heaters. Yeah. So the heaters should be energizing, but they're not. So we go over here, trick across neutral and 4. You can see we still have power going out. So this time clock has a bad relay in it, stuff, and so it's not really actually going into defrost, because as long as this is on with this auxiliary switch right here, it's not. This prevents this from being on at the same time the compressor is. So we'll get that changed out and get it up and going. I got it all changed out and everything. And now we got heaters that are coming on and compressors shutting off, pump down, and all that. And generally, you know, you got these right here. This is the identifying letters. Normally, they're on the old school ones. There's numbers, and I kind of still go to that. It's still the same wiring and everything for the most part, but you know, you go to a big 4N. You know, we have like 2 volts and everything. So down the heaters, check the heaters, 3 to neutral or B to F, whichever you prefer. And we have power and all that. And then this is going to show us our voltage coming into the clock that feeds everything, whether it's the contactor or the heaters or something. Everything. So you got your defrost termination. And one thing on these clocks, you know, if there's a bad defrost termination switch, you'll get a like a G, and it'll be flashing and stuff. And it'll reset when you turn kill power off. It'll reset, and when you go test it again, if you push this manual defrost, it will bypass it. So you won't actually really be testing nothing and everything. You just kind of have to set your time into one of the defrost marks and everything, and It'll pop up when it goes into defrost, or you immediately kick out, or it'll start showing G stuff. Generally, that's a bad defrost termination switch. So we'll let this run in the defrost, see how it goes. And also, what we got here is working on a rack, you know, everything. It's got a multiplex system on it. It's got 3 compressors that run most of the store, run most of the units and everything. And it's pretty cool. It kind of tells you what's running, what compressor's running, and everything, which one's off on a failure. It's an old one, but it still works. And this is the freezer we're working on. So it was trying to cool for a long time, but couldn't quite make it. So as we got it defrost, we'll let that go off too. This is the multiplex stuff. It satisfies, each one satisfies individually depending on the load. You know, based off your suction pressure. You know, if stuff doesn't cool as much, it pumps down. The suction pressure drops, go more and more. Everything. So it's a pretty non-complex setup and everything. The worst thing's oil management and everything, but it's not too bad. Like I said, it's an old one. Everything in the whole store runs off these 3. You know, except for the freezer and a little dual temp unit right here.